Imagine waking up and seeing your life savings wiped to zero just because your bank didn't like where you sent your own money. There was no fraud and no warning. That happened to me last year. I'm Anna, former product manager, now full-time crypto investor and creator of the Sovereign Stash strategy. I grew my crypto portfolio to 6 figures from scratch in just a few years. And what happened to me with my bank explains why I'm now a Freedom Maxi. Let me tell you what happened. My story is about a bank I'd been with for nearly 2 decades. I had 4 accounts with them, including my life savings and mortgage. Every month, I withdrew a fixed amount to buy Bitcoin and other cryptos from my favorite licensed, fully KYC compliant crypto exchange. KYC stands for Know Your Customer. This exchange is legit. It's registered and has the necessary financial licenses to operate legally in my country. It's a large global exchange, and you probably know it. I sent the same amount, the same process, every month for years. But last year the rules suddenly changed. Without warning, my bank flagged that exchange, and they didn't tell me why. They didn't warn me in advance, and they froze everything. Not just that transaction, not just the one account, all 4 of my accounts. Every balance was zeroed out. Can you imagine logging into your phone banking app and seeing nothing but zeros? It wasn't just confusing, it was pretty terrifying actually. I couldn't pay bills, I couldn't move money, and I was forced to call the bank just to get access to my own money again. When I finally got through, the bank's customer service representative unfroze my accounts, but not without giving me a lecture about crypto scams, about protecting me. They talked down to me like I didn't know what I was doing, like I was an ignorant child instead of a disciplined adult investor. Here's what they ignored. The exchange was fully licensed and legal. I'd been using it for years. I'd transferred my profits back to that bank from that exchange and paid capital gains tax. And I had grown wealth in a way the bank had never helped me to. This wasn't just a bank policy change. It was a wake-up call to me. Let me break down what this really was to me. They froze all my accounts without notice based on a transaction pattern they had previously allowed. They didn't ask, they just acted. That's not customer service, that's authoritarian and arbitrary control. They didn't share a list of banned exchanges, they didn't notify me, they didn't explain anything until I called in a panic. That's a total lack of transparency. This wasn't fraud protection, it was a blanket freeze across unrelated accounts. Even my mortgage account was zeroed out. My mortgage had never had anything to do with buying crypto. That's a gross overreach, zeroing out my balances. They know that fear makes people obedient. That's psychological manipulation and intimidation tactics. And yeah, it made me hesitate. I'm only human, but not for long. I had to ring the bank just to be patronized by someone who probably couldn't tell a Bitcoin from a shitcoin. It's not helping or protecting me. It's gaslighting me and control theatre. So who were they really protecting? Because it sure wasn't me. Their actions proved otherwise. My crypto investing has changed my life and empowered me to have life choices I otherwise couldn't have. It looks like they have very misaligned motives to me. If they truly cared, they'd have warned me about any risks ahead of time. After all, they knew my account history. And also, they could have explained exactly why they froze all of my accounts. Not just the account I was attempting to withdraw into crypto from. But they didn't do that because they couldn't, because my license exchange had done nothing wrong. This all went down last year. So while the US has begun rolling out pro-crypto reforms this year, down here in Australia, our biggest banks still treat Bitcoin like a threat. They freeze cash transfers into crypto for days, or they cap monthly withdrawals to crypto exchanges at $10,000. In my opinion, this is authoritarian control designed to protect their deposits, not us. I sincerely hope they take a page from the US playbook soon. My prediction is that Aussie banks and banks in other Western countries will eventually embrace crypto assets, but only to boost their own profits and stave off their own obsolescence, since the entire global financial system is migrating to cheaper, more efficient crypto rails. When it happens, don't mistake it for reform. These old school banks will maintain the same tight grip on our money they always have. They've already shown they're not here to help us. So, as you can probably guess, the emotion I felt most wasn't fear. Honestly, it was rage. I had worked, I had saved, I had followed every rule. I had paid my mortgage on time every single month. I had paid all of my government taxes, probably more than I needed to. But in the blink of an eye, someone else decided I didn't deserve access to my own money. This is what most people miss. It's not just about how much money you have, it's whether you can control it. Because if a system can freeze my life with a click, I'm not a customer. I'm more like a hostage. So what did I do? I didn't quit. I didn't panic sell my Bitcoin. I couldn't fire my bank yet. I found another exchange, one they hadn't blocked. I withdrew cash again. I bought Bitcoin again. And now I self-custody a heck of a lot more. I'm not a total 100% maxi about self-custody, but I'm definitely moving in that direction because I've learned if you don't control your cash, you don't own your life. And if you don't own your crypto keys, you don't own your crypto. You can choose to outsource custody with parts of your stash, sure, but know the risks because they're very real. If you've been too scared to self-custody your crypto, you should also be too scared to let your entire financial life be held hostage by old institutions with their own agenda you don't have a say in. These old financial systems aren't evolving to protect us. They're doubling down on control. They're not there to help me build freedom. They're the very thing I need to break free from. So this isn't just about money, it's about self-sovereignty and the right to live and transact on my own terms. After all, crypto is perfectly legal in Australia. So what gave this bank the right to block me from using my own money to buy it from a legal, licensed exchange? And yet it happened. You want to know the thought that really hit me after all this? I realized if my bank doesn't want me to buy Bitcoin, I probably need more of it. This explains my mission with this channel, Sovereign Stash, to help people build real wealth outside systems that no longer serve us. If this story hit home, please share it with someone else who you think needs to hear it. I'm also here to share what I learned through being crypto obsessed every single day since early 2021. I know crypto is complex and hard, so I've developed a 5-day email starter course called Crypto Survival 101. It's completely free. Links below in the description. It's a beginner-friendly way on how to avoid junk crypto and start building a smarter portfolio. I made the free course because I wanted to share what I've learned with more people. And it pains me to see people missing out on long-term crypto gains after falling for ignorant FUD about the crypto market, and they really just need to learn risk management principles. But it's not financial advice in any form. Like and subscribe if you want more real stories and me to share my strategies I use to build my sovereign stash. I believe in this world, self-sovereign ownership isn't optional. It's your best true shot at freedom. Okay, now here comes the fun part where I make it really clear none of this is financial advice. Because apparently telling a true story about a bank and my own money could get me in trouble unless I add a disclaimer. So here it is. This video isn't financial advice. My email course is not financial advice. I'm simply sharing my own personal experience with a licensed crypto exchange and how my bank reacted. It's not advice. It's not a financial recommendation. It's just a true story about one woman, 4 frozen accounts, and a very long phone call. I'm not telling you to take your money out of the bank or to leave it there. I'm not telling you what to buy, what to do, or how to invest. I believe in financial freedom and honest conversations, and that includes sharing what really happened when I tried to use my own money. Thanks for watching. Watch this next.